happy people. Welcome to Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back, guys. Love you. So this is going to be my first time diamond painting here. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it feels to diamond paint on this desk. We are here for door number 19 of the Advent calendar. And yeah, this beautiful painting, all of this is done. If you see me feeling some that are, these are not popping. It's just because some of them need to be pushed down, like when you can hear them clicking. I just didn't push hard enough because a lot of this, majority of this is single placed. Anyway. So yeah, all of this is done. You can see here's one door, here's one door, here's one door, here's one door, here and then there. So a majority of this canvas is complete and gorgeous. This painting is by the artist, Mr. Randy Wollenmann. And I have all of these links, well, a few links in my description below. One is to his personal website that shows some of his paintings, and a couple others are to companies that made puzzles out of his paintings, because I think there's some puzzles that are not listed on the website. So just go check them out. They are gorgeous. And yeah, I'm really hoping that maybe next year we'll see a lot of his work in diamond painting form. So we are here for door number 19. There's not a lot of prepping I have to do. I'm just going to change my phone mount, and then we'll just move this back and read the, excuse me, Christmas quote of the day. And we'll just read the Christmas quote of the day. Okay, guys, 1 second. Okay, we are all set up here, and guess what? I started a load of laundry in the house. Bob is playing his video game out there, and we are none the wiser. So I am so happy about that, because that's a test I'm doing today. And I now know I can, with no problem, run my laundry and still record a video. So super excited about that. All right, so I'm gonna cut this off after. I like to use the doors as, you know, and that way I don't have to worry about cutting it straight. So this one is on the side, wasn't expecting that. Okay, that changes things. We are going to have to turn the canvas. Okay, not a biggie. Here we go. Okay, around 28 Lego sets are sold every second during the Christmas season, according to the National Geographic Kids. I could so see that. In fact, that was the first gift I got my nephew, was a Lego set. And I know my daughter got him she actually gave me the idea. And she's like, really, Mom, you got him one too? I'm like, well, I mean, like, if you like Lego sets, look at like they're gonna want more than one. But yeah, so I got him a Lego set. And I know people collect and are obsessed with the Legos the way we collect and are obsessed with diamond paintings. So I totally believe that fact. All right, I'm trying to line this up. There we go. All right. That's funny, National Geographic. My grandfather got my kids a subscription to that when they were little, and I had that coming in for them for a couple years actually, and I thought that was such a great gift, even though I don't think they really ever took the time to read them, but I thought it was a really great gift. And then I saved them all for like ever. I don't know where they are now. I don't know if I finally got rid of them because they were just in a box. But yeah. And also, that's so funny. I was talking to someone about, this is going to be kind of random, but adult bullying. And I'm pretty sure he said that he saw, all right, this is going to be a twofer. So let's go here. Okay. And we were talking about adult bullying, and I can't remember exactly how we got into it, but he was saying how adults, kids, when they bully each other, they're very obvious. They make fun of each other. They're like very blatant about it, and they're just like, you smell, and usually, I mean, obviously there's a lot of ways but adults, as you get older, the most common way that adults get bullied is by isolation. And I thought that was so interesting, like, isolating them from groups and things, like talking bad about them so that other people don't like them, like ostracizing them. That's how adults bully. They bully a lot more sophisticatedly and behind the scenes. So like people don't even realize that it's happening. They're just a lot more undercover about it. I found that so interesting. And they probably don't even think that it's bullying. I mean, if you're that type of person where you're, wanting people to not like someone because you don't like them, or keeping them out of your group or your community because you don't like them. Like, I've never understood that. Because I feel like I just don't understand that whole idea. Like, if I don't like someone, like, why do I care who? Like, I don't understand why people want to control other people and dictate who likes who. And it's like, sometimes people don't mesh because they don't mesh, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that anyone that you like can't like them, and vice versa. It's just very bizarre to me. I think that that just is like a personality thing, like, like wanting to control people. Which probably also contributes to the need to bully people and wanting to control situations and stuff. But yeah, I don't know how we got into talking about that. But we had a long conversation about it. And, for years, I think I was like, when I first met people, I was not the friendliest, but it was just because I was very guarded for many reasons. And I just had trust issues. So like I had to warm up to people. But I have been trying to just be friendly, like right off the bat now. because, not just because of that conversation. I mean, that conversation happened a couple months ago. And this thing reminded me of it because I'm pretty sure he said he read a National Geographic, I don't know why I think he said this, article about it and about how damaging it can be. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I have been trying to be, because, you know, I was damaged and I'm not as damaged anymore. So I try to be very friendly when I first meet people now, instead of being very weary. But yeah, I do think that's very interesting. I don't understand any form of bullying, but like, I really don't understand the need. Like, I don't like her, so I don't want you to like her. I don't want her to have any friends. I don't want her to be accepted in, you know, any community. Like, I mean, I haven't seen that in the diamond painting community, but I also don't interact with a lot of people in the diamond painting community. So, I wouldn't know if there was any drama like that. I would hate to think that there was. But, yeah, it is. If you see that, it is a form of bullying. You know. So, anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's not what I had any intention. This thing. You just go on tangents. But, what's new? I don't really have a story prepared. I was like thinking about like what story I could tell. I have like all these random stories from my childhood. Like the time. So I grew up in a neighborhood that there were multiple sections to the neighborhood. Like, you know, a north side, an east side, and then different names. And it was like all one neighborhood. It was huge. It was one town, okay? So like, let's say your town's name is like Smithville. It would be like North Smithville, East Smithville, and then some random other names like Periwinkle was part of Smithville and this and that. So I grew up in a town like that, and every single area of the town or the city had a public pool system. So it had at the elementary school, from what was it, kindergarten to 8th grade, every area had their own huge public pool. And so if you were a resident of that city and you got for your family, a free public pool pass to that area. So if you lived in North Smithville, you got a pool pass to the North Smithville pool. You could go to any of them with it, you know, but you were issued the one to your area. And I think you could, because you remember, this is when I was really little. I think you could. I remember, because my grandparents lived in the same city, but just a different subsection of it. And so I remember us going to their pool one time, or trying to go to their pool one time, with our badges. We didn't go because literally once we got there, someone had hit their head on the bottom of the pool and they were being taken out by a stretcher, and they closed the pool for the day, of course. So we were standing at the fence watching this kid get wheeled out. But the pools were amazing. They were huge. They had a huge deep end. I don't know how deep it went. I can't remember now, but they had a high dive and a low dive. And it's where I learned to swim. And I loved swimming when I was younger. And, you know, when you're little, obviously you had to be accompanied by a parent. And you could go swimming with, okay, so I don't know how old you were when you got your regular badge. Like, I don't remember how old you had to be to get a badge. I want to say it was like first grade or something like that. I think it was first grade or second grade, or I can't remember, but I remember when I was in, no, it wasn't first grade, because I think, oh yeah, I think I was in kindergarten, or no, I was in first grade. It was the summer. So if I went to kindergarten when I was 5, how old are you when you go to kindergarten? 5 years old, right? So I was 5, and then that November I turned 6. So I was a little older than everybody in my class. So while I was in school, I turned 6. So that summer before first grade, when I was 6 years old, my friend and I, who was a year younger than me, so he was only 5 and going into kindergarten. Now I knew how to get to the pool because it was the same 1 mile away from my kindergarten school. It was like the same, it was in the same area of my kindergarten class. So I had been walking there all year. So I knew how to get there. And if you were under a certain age, and I don't remember how old it was, because I only remember having to do this once. So basically, if you were under a certain age, you could not get your own pool badge. You had to be accompanied by an adult unless you passed their guppy swim test. It was called the guppy swim test. And if you passed this test, then you got a guppy badge and you were allowed to go to the pool alone because you proved that you can swim, and they would allow you to come to the pool alone. And so my friend, who was a year younger than me, I didn't even know anything about it. He told me about it. He was like, let's go get our guppy badges. And I was like, huh? And so he told me about it. And now he was the youngest of like 6 kids. So they all lived in Willingboro a lot longer than us. And so the older kids had gone through it, and so they all knew about it. So we rode our bikes up there by ourselves, and we took the guppy test. And the guppy test consisted of swimming the length of the pool frontwards, which it was like a regular Olympic size, I guess, pool or whatever. So swimming it without stopping, like on your stomach, and then swimming it back on your back, and then doggy paddling in the deep end for 1 minute without touching the wall. And yeah, we went and we passed, and we got our guppy badges. And so like that whole summer, we were able to go to the pool by ourselves, and we went a ton. Like, we just rode our bikes up there, and we would go swimming all the time. It was literally like, I love watching those old movies where the kids, they go to their local pool and they see all their friends over the summertime, and you know, all those old fashioned movies. Like, I think the one movie, Now and Then, my daughter and I used to watch that all the time with the girls, you know, where they would go to the local pool and see that's how it was. It literally was like that. It felt like that. You know, it was like, it was a great neighborhood to grow up in, and we just had so much fun. But we were this is how little we were. So we would ride our bikes up there, and then my friend had an extension cord. And we, like, along the fence of the pool, everyone would lock their bikes up. Like, tons of kids would ride their bikes up there, and then along the fence of the pool, you would just see all these bikes with locks, you know, those bike locks against the fence. And so we didn't have one, so he brought an extension cord and he wrapped it around the fence and around our bikes, and he just plugged it into itself. And we thought our bikes were gonna be safe that way. They always were. They were still there. I mean, but like, that's how little we were, that we didn't have. You think our parents would be afraid for us to ride our bikes up there alone. But so that is one little story, and when I come back, I'll tell you another one. Enjoy the music. Okay, done that first half. Not even really sure what I'm looking at here. I think that this is a candy cane, maybe. But really need the rest of this to be done to figure it out. Let me turn off the light here. Yeah, not really sure. Going to have to down and paint the rest of it to figure it out. So, that.
Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love there's always a way. And oh, this time of year we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day.
Oh, there it is. Hold on, guys. All right, so we have a bear and an ostrich. I think that's an ostrich. He's cute. He's so cute. Aw. All right, hold on. Let's zoom all the way out. And there we have it. Our new square over here. 19 squares done, guys. That's all I have for you today. If you like this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to see me complete this canvas, we are only down to 4 squares left. Go ahead and hit that five squares. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I'd love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Keep diamond painting.